Mr. Chair, we are live.
Perfect. I appreciate it. I call this meeting to order at 7:13 p.m. This is a regular meeting of the Baldwin Park Planning Commission, February 24th, 2021. Commissioner Garrido, will you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Thank you, Chair Sines. Go ahead and mute your microphones, please. Placing your right hand over your heart and repeating after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Garrido. At this time, I'm going to move on. Madam Secretary, will you please call roll?
Thank you, Chair. Chair Christopher Sines.
Present.
Vice Chair Edwin Borges.
Here.
Commissioner Edith Reese.
Present.
And Commissioner Christopher Garrido.
Present.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much, Esther. Now we're going to move on to public communications. Have we received any comments from the public in regards to something that is not on the agenda?
None, sir.
Great. Thank you very much. Now I'm going to close public communications and move on to the consent calendar. I make a motion to adopt the action minutes from February 10th, 2020.
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Borges. Madam Secretary, can you please call roll?
Chair Christopher Sines.
Yes.
Vice Chair Edwin Borges.
Yes.
Commissioner Edith Reese.
Yes.
And Commissioner Christopher Garrido.
Yes.
Thank you.
Great. Action minutes have been adopted 4-0. At this time, we're going to move on to set matters, public hearing. A request for consideration of a recommendation of approval to the City Council regarding Development Agreement 20-02 to allow the conversion of a double-sided static billboard into a double-sided LED digital billboard, location 1292 Garvey Avenue, applicant Outfront Media, LLC, case number DA 20-02, Mr. Ron Garcia.
Yes, thank you, Chairman Sands. Associate Planner Melissa Chipris will be conducting the presentation.
Thank you. Good evening, Honorable Chair and members of the Commission. The case before you is a request for consideration of a recommendation of approval to the City Council regarding Development Agreement 2002 to allow the conversion of a double-sided static billboard into a double-sided LED digital billboard. Next slide, please. The existing billboard is located at the southeasterly corner of the existing Sun State equipment rental property. The site is zoned IC industrial commercial with surrounding properties to the north and west, also zoned industrial commercial and freeway commercial to the east. Next slide, please. The proposed conversion will maintain the existing sign area of 14 feet in height and 48 feet in width and height of 54 feet. The conversion also includes upgrading the existing billboard pole with a 64-inch decorative pole cover to conceal the existing 36-inch pole. The design review of the digital billboard has been tentatively approved by the Design Review Committee pending Planning Commission recommendation and City Council approval of the development agreement. Next slide, please. A few terms of the development agreement include one term of the agreement shall remain in full force and effect for 20 years after construction final or the permanent removal of the digital displays constructed pursuant to the terms hereof. 2, the developer shall pay annual development fee of $72,000 per digital billboard face per year, with a fixed annual increase of 2.25% in the development fee after the first year of the agreement's term. And 3, the developer shall not utilize any of the displays on the billboard to advertise smoking, tobacco, vaping, adult entertainment, sexually oriented materials, images, and language of obscene matter as the term is defined in the California Penal Code section 311. Next slide, please. So late Tuesday night, staff did receive a letter of concern in regards to the proposed billboard conversion. Staff reviewed the letter and reached out to the property owner and noted that since the concerns are regarding the utilities, which are not related to the billboard conversion itself, the request was forwarded to Public Works staff to further assist the property owner with their concerns.
And Mel, before you, I apologize. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So to summarize the request, the development agreement will allow the applicant to convert an existing double-faced static face billboard to a double-sided LED billboard at 12921 Garvey Avenue. As part of the agreement, the applicant will also pay an annual development fee to the city, and term of the agreement is a 20-year term. Staff recommends that the Planning Commission adopt Resolution PC 2102 entitled Adopt Resolution PC 2102. The Planning Commission to the City of Baldwin Park recommending that the City Council adopt Ordinance 1459 to approve 1, an initial study and negative declaration of environmental impact report, and 2, the development agreement 2002 to permit the conversion of the existing double-sided static billboard into a double-sided LED digital billboard within the IC industrial commercial zone. This concludes staff's presentation, and the applicant and the environmental consultant are present for any questions.
Thank you very much, Ron and Melissa. At this time, commissioners, any questions of staff?
I just had, so that is the current billboard that there is just a like a static one, correct? Is that the one that's currently there right now?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, seeing no further questions, I'm going to go ahead and open the public hearing. Madam Secretary, have we received any communication from the public in regards to this matter?
Commissioner Sands, I'll have Melissa Chipris go ahead and read into the record. If you can read the letter of concern that was received that you indicated in your presentation.
Yes.
And again, commissioners, we did try to reach out to the applicant and unfortunately did not get a response back. Most of the concerns that were indicated, if not all, were public work issues, not having to do with anything regarding the billboard. But as indicated, the associate planner will read it into the record.
And Ron, this is Cameron Heil at MIG, just to interject. You just said you tried to reach out to the applicant.
Oh, I'm sorry. Reach out to the
commenter.
The commenter. Thank you
Okay.
for that, Cameron.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and read the letter of concern. Electric billboard new construction. Objective, opposition to case DA 2002, as well as representing future property owner. My name is Yin Wu. For any concerns, I can be reached at 626-262-8898. I am currently the property owner of 12953 East Garvey Avenue, near the Fraser Bridge, northbound of 10 Freeway, east of the property that is being considered to be constructed. Between my property and the property where the billboard will be constructed, there is only a 38-foot wide flag lot at 12949 East Garvey Avenue. However, I don't know how to use the land, but I am still the only one that can represent the 12953 lot as power of attorney. The following list is a list of 8 properties nearby that are available for billboards, 2 of which are digital already. I suggest that the billboards be first built on these available lots at least 300 feet away from my property if it must be done. The following 8 properties are 12793 Garvey Avenue, 12911 Garvey Avenue, 12971 Garvey Avenue, 13237 Garvey Avenue, 13011 Garvey Avenue, 13075 Garvey Avenue, 13135 Garvey Avenue, and 13400 Garvey Avenue. Cloverleaf Park, west of 605 Freeway. Why I am in opposition of this construction. In light of the recent Texas storm situation where the power grids were destroyed and pipes were damaged, why can't some of the structures be built underground? People go where jobs are. In 2008, I recommended Edison to not build an electric pole between Fraser Bridge and the entrance of the 10 freeway on Fraser, but instead it should be constructed underground. Without my agreement, an electrical pole was still built on Labor Day. To this day, I still firmly believe and suggest that an underground electrical power grid be built. Furthermore, as the power pole was built without my approval, I am not financially responsible or funding future projects that involve removing the power pole and underground construction. This plan that I am suggesting is more fit and adaptable to the rapidly advancing future. 2, in 2019, I discovered that my sewer line was gone between my property and the main sewer line on Garvey Avenue. To this day, nobody has taken responsibility, as I have consulted with both Edison and Caltrans regarding who moved my property sewer line. Caltrans said to file a claim, but how can I do this when they have not taken responsibility of this, nor is there any paperwork or agreement of them working on the sewer line? Until my sewer line is repaired, I do not wish for more easements in front of my warehouse. I should not be left with damages done by others. It is just unfair. My opposition is beneficial to the city's future, as preventing this construction saves the city and its community members money. Digital billboards are not sustainable for the future, as more advertisements and are transitioning into online platforms. Online advertising is essential to the future, not digital billboards. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you, Melissa. The concerns are noted. At this time, Esther, have we received any additional comments or requests for comments?
None, sir.
Great. At this time, I'm going to go ahead and close the public hearing. Commissioners, any questions of the applicant?
I just have one question. Is there any, what are the major differences? Obviously a digital and a static, what's the major difference between, obviously, you know, you're going to take one and switch it out for the other, but what would be the substantial or major differences between the two?
This is Dave with Outfront Media. I hope you can hear me. A static billboard, the advertisement itself is a large sheet of vinyl, and it's stretched over the sign faces. It's pulled tight with come-alongs in the back to get rid of any wrinkles. A digital billboard has, capability for changeable copy through a modem. Does that answer your question?
I know that. What I mean more is along the construction lines. Obviously, there has to be some type of power going to that pole in order to, power up the digital, whatever the monitor or that's posting the advertisement. So that's what I'm trying to get at. Like that type of difference. Is it like something major that has to go there, or just what that type of difference is?
No, currently the billboard, a typical billboard like that has 5 LED lights per sign face along the bottom deck that shine upward. And so we already have existing electrical power to the unit, and we will probably not need any more additional power. Although there may be a slight increase in power consumption, but nowadays everything has become so energy efficient that we're not going to have to do anything, anything substantial to provide power to the LED unit. The existing power source should be sufficient.
Thank you.
Great. So this billboard, and I'm actually not familiar with digital billboards, but do they require like a generator at the foot of the pole, like that would run not frequently, but recharge daily or anything?
No, they don't. The existing power supply should be adequate. there are computers on board that control the images that are projected onto the sign faces. There's modems, but it's not a huge, even though it is a rather large television screen, if you will. They become so energy efficient that we're not, again, we're not going to be, the existing power supply is adequate and our bill may increase monthly, but beyond that, there are no, there is no generator separate. To answer that question, forgive me. But no, really, what exists right now will basically remain the same. The sign faces will be swapped out with large television screens and the computers will be installed probably between the sign faces. But that's it. No generators, nothing like that.
Noted. Thank you very much. Commissioners, any additional questions? I have a question. It's actually more of a recommendation, not necessarily like a requirement, but I see the rendering of the pole, the decorative pole, and I see that several of our digital billboards in our city are kind of like adorned with like the seal or the name of our city. Is that at all possible that like somewhere on the pole we could mount like the name of our city or the seal of our city? Is that something that is at all possible?
Yeah, that's not a problem at all. The only thing that my company needs to make sure of is that the city logo or whatever it is you'd like to put up there doesn't interfere with the message that the advertiser is purchasing. So if we were to put it, for example, someplace, towards the middle of the column or up closer to the top even, that should not pose a problem. We'll be happy to work with you guys if you have a specific design, as long as it's not a huge, gigantic logo or something like that. It should not be a problem at all.
No, I'm just thinking of like a round seal, maybe like somewhere on somewhere pole or something. But I think I'm gonna pass it off to Ron, see if we can work with you guys to figure out what for this. So thank you very much.
Yeah, what we could do, given that the applicant has agreed, we'll go ahead and amend the resolution to include that as a condition of approval in the resolution.
Perfect. Great. I appreciate it. So at this time, I'm going to go ahead and make a motion to adopt resolution PC 21-02 as amended, entitled a resolution of the Planning Commission of the City of Baldwin Park, recommending that the City Council adopt ordinance 1459 to approve 1, an initial study and negative declaration of environmental impact report, and 2, development agreement 20-02 to permit the conversion of an existing double-sided static billboard into a double-sided LED digital billboard within the IC Industrial Zone, location 12921 Garvey Avenue, parcel number 8550-003-042 in Outfront Media LLC, case number DA 20-02. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Garrido. At this time, Madam Secretary, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Sines, I'm actually just got a call from Esther. She lost connection.
Got it.
She's trying to log back on right now, but it's not letting her.
Yeah, no problem. Ron, do you suggest waiting for her to log back on, or should to take roll?
I can go ahead and take roll.
Perfect.
Perfect. Commissioner Sands,
Yes.
Commissioner Reese,
Yes.
Commissioner Garrido,
Yes.
Commissioner Borges.
Yes.
The motion passes 4-0.
Great. Thank you very much, Ron. Congratulations, everybody. So at this time, I'm going to go ahead and move on to reports of officers.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you
Chairman
very
Sands.
much.
Thank you
Thank you.
again.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Sands. I have nothing to report, other than, the month of March, it looks like we will not be holding a planning commission meeting, but we will be having, we just sent out notices of public hearing for an item, for a brand new industrial building, in the city. And so that next meeting is gonna be April 14th. So March, there will be no planning commission meetings, and then we'll follow with an April 14th planning commission meeting.
Thank you, Ron, for the updates. At this time, we're gonna go ahead and move on. Commissioners, any comments or communications? Seeing none, thank you, everybody, and we'll see each other soon.
Awesome. Have a good night. Thank you so
Well,
much.
actually,
Good
excuse
night.
me, sorry, I haven't
Oh.
adjourned.
Oh, yeah, you have to
Oh.
adjourn.
Excuse me. At this time, I move to adjourn tonight's meeting. Do we have a second?
Second that.
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Reese. Ron, do you mind calling roll?
Esther's back.
Wanna do it?
I'm here,
Oh, okay.
Do you mind calling roll?
of course. Chair Christopher Stein,
Yes.
Vice Chair Evan Marcus,
Yes.
Commissioner Edith Reese,
Yes.
and Commissioner Christopher Garrido.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Esther.
You're
Motion
welcome.
passes. Tonight's meeting is adjourned at 7:35 PM. Viva Baldwin Park.
Viva Baldwin
Baldwin
Park.
Park.
Thank you.
Have a good night,
Good
everybody.
night.
Good night.
Good night,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Good to see you all.